Air pollution is a major problem in big cities all over the world. One thing you may not know is that it strongly accumulates in metro stations, such as the London Underground. The particles involved lead to respiratory and cardiac diseases among the many users of the metro system, which are an impressive total of 3 million passengers every day. The London Underground is the oldest metro network around the world, and its fragile state does not allow for modern ventilation systems. However, a decrease of pollution levels is urgent, as pollution levels are 15 times higher than above ground. PM 2.5 is one of the most abundant and damaging components of the pollution, as it is able to penetrate the alveolar walls of the lungs. This may lead to impairment of lung function and in turn lead to diseases like asthma, COPD, cardiac arrests, and evidence even suggests PM 2.5 may lead to the development of Alzheimer's disease. Our greatest sources of inspiration have been the human respiratory system and the filter feeding system of salps. The salp captures its food using its mesh structure in combination with a mucus-like substance. This method allows the salp to capture particles both smaller than its mesh size and smaller than PM 2.5. Our second model is the respiratory system. From the trachea to the alveolar walls, secretory cells produce mucus, which is moved by hairs on the surrounding tissue. The mucus catches away the pollutants and pathogens, allowing the organism to breathe safely and properly. Much like the respiratory system, the London Underground contains many tubes. However, there is no mucus to catch pollution, nor is it removed by hairs. We have designed a system that involves the placement of hydrogels, which act as mucus by taking up pollution. The pollution in the London Underground mostly comes from the wear and tear of the tracks and increases most during the braking process of the train. For that reason, our own design is specifically implemented close to the tracks. Following the emission of PM 2.5, pollutants still need to reach our hydrogel model. This issue solves itself, much like biology does, by making use of the already present piston effect. When trains come into the platform, they push forward so much air it produces a wind surge. This allows particles to interact with the mucus-like hydrogel and be finally taken from the system.